Hey everyone, this is Bianca, Joe's younger but much wiser sister. He asked me to write a brief warning to display before episodes for obvious reasons. So, real quick, if you are easily offended, not a fan of profanity, and or are looking for something educational/informative, this ain't it. Trust me, speaking from personal experience, I've left the dinner table myself a few times because of them. Anyways, these episodes are meant to be purely entertaining, if not self-deprecating. Proceed with caution. I apologize in advance.
What up, beautiful people? How are you doing today? My name is Joe Budo. Welcome to the I Apologize in Advance podcast. With me, as always, the man, the myth, the legend. We scratched out Bobby Douche. He does not want to use that nickname. So with me today, I have Body Bag Bobby. Is with me today.
Oh, God.
I just thought it was another good one.
Hello, everybody.
Hello. Always with us, Christian, too, behind the scenes, our main man, who's been trying to help us figure out how to plug this in. I got a lot of questions about the dick trap.
And you forgot.
What?
Your brother on the couch who never
Rob's on
wants
the
to get
couch.
in the fucking picture.
He'll chime in once or twice tonight. We got a lot of people asked about the dick trap, and I want to just reiterate what this thing is. Okay, it's for a part of like everyone. My brother was just saying before we got in, no fucking girls.
Christian, you can put it up on the screen?
Yeah, we're gonna pull it up right now. My brother was bringing. There's no way girls are walking around with this in their fucking twats. No, not in the United States. This is like some shit in a country where the rape is very, very high, and yes, women have this inserted into them. Now, if you look in there, there's spikes facing.
You go in,
yeah, it's
but
an
you
easy,
ain't getting
yeah,
out.
it's an easy slide in, but that coming out is gonna be some shit. And the only way to get that motherfucker off
It's a hospital.
is a hospital. So that's how they fucking arrest the rapists who get caught doing it. My boy Vinny though brought up like, what if these shits came to America and bitches just wanted to get revenge on motherfuckers? That guy cheats on her.
Good fucking, good thinking, man.
Key a guy's car, whatever. It goes to the shop, no big deal. Put this inside your twat and let your man hit one more time.
Oh.
They cheated on me.
There'll be a lot of fucking murders, I'll tell you that.
You cheated on me,
There
asshole.
will be a lot of murders. I'm
Cheated
telling you
on me,
now.
asshole. I'll tell you, here's a dick trap.
Thank God I'm married. I ain't got to worry about that bullshit.
No, me neither. Fuck
me.
Oh, that's oof. I was watching. We had a video that's the actual demonstration. We didn't know if we could put it on YouTube. YouTube
Nah,
might have
don't
done.
put that on.
It was like a fleshlight and a dildo, and this lady inserted it, and pulled it out, and showed you what it looked like on there, boy. Woo! It does not look fucking pleasant. It does not look pleasant at all.
Okay, so let's, we were talking about something in the car, and you said, save it. What was it?
I forgot, per usual.
Okay.
Oh, you were telling a story about you got a text from a friend.
Oh, yeah, I got a text from a friend.
Please read it verbatim.
My friend Joe Colorado. I grew up with him and his sister.
Zoom, yeah, get him
We're
on this.
friends probably 55 years and better. And he sends me a message,
Your neck's still hurting from trying to find the picture 5 minutes ago?
and he said, yeah, this was after we were talking about when I fall asleep at the wheel at the same fucking light.
Yeah.
3 weeks in a row. He goes, hey, heard your podcast. Do you remember I was delivering papers on my paper route? It was about 6 a.m. I was around 15 or 16 years old. And I watched you fall asleep at the light on 226th Street and Carpenter Avenue. And then when you woke up and you took off, you hit 4 or 5 cars between 225th and 226th Street. And one of the cars was either Mike, him, or his brother. Do you remember? I had no choice but to tell him it was you because you're both my friends.
This is what he got from the episode where we talked about.
So I said, this is too funny. I do remember. One call was Bobby Bird's, one call was Stephen Camp, and one call was Mike Kim. He goes, I felt bad for Mike. He looked like he was going to cry. And I was still outside when he came running out, so he knows I saw it. But they all would have figured it out anyway. I said, you think? I parked my car on my driveway, wrecked and smoking.
Yeah, literally the car was pretty much up in fucking flames. He already just took everybody out. But it's funny.
Joey, good story, Joe. Good story.
And then we had another one of your boys came in and goes, I was with Bobby in that church. That wine tasted like fucking shit. I was like, we were talking like how good could the fucking wine possibly taste?
What do we know? Wine tasted like terrible.
Listen,
we
when
were
I-
like 11.
When I was fucking 11, 12 years old, we talked, doesn't matter. There's alcohol in it? Cool, let me get it.
Yeah, but you still tasted like shit.
Still tastes it. You gotta just.
I mean, even when I was a fucking drunk, I hated the taste of alcohol.
Yeah, well, I was a big beer guy until I went out. And then I was Hennessy, which is I actually enjoyed also. But I would take
alcohol.
I would take shots. You know what I hate? Patron. I hated. Ugh.
You know what I hated? The smell of cocaine.
Oh yeah, it smells bad.
Hate the smell of cocaine. It was terrible. I had to keep doing it to convince myself how terrible it was.
So wait,
I wasn't sure, so I'd do another line.
So we got a hotline request on the cell phone. Shout out my man, Lil Johnny O. He brought up a story of a vacation that we went on, and this was probably 24 years ago.
23, 22, 23
23, 24 years ago. And he was like, this memory will always be burned into my memory of your dad out hustling the jet ski hustlers in the Bahamas. So they were wanted like, you know how they do it. Like, oh, 150 a half hour. You're like, what the fuck? Fuck yourself. So long story short, he ended up, don't ask me how, convincing these Bahamian guys to leave 4 jet skis in the sand for our entire vacation.
No, 3 days.
Our entire vacation, whatever. He's like, even if we're not using them, I want them sitting in the fucking sand, not being used by anybody. These are hours until we leave. We got on them motherfuckers, about 4 of us, and we were, I forgot which hotel we were staying at the Bahamas, but we took these jet skis to Atlantis, which is the good hotel in the Bahamas, which wasn't where we stayed was bad, but Atlantis was like the up and coming then, 20-some years ago, and we ran out of fucking gas as we got to Atlantis. Thankfully, there was a gas station right across the street. These like Bahamian guys, we gave them like $20. They ran cans back and forth. We filled up and we drove them back. But that was just like the tip of the iceberg on that trip.
That was the guys thought they were gonna shake us down and hustle us. And
well, because you go down to the
they
beach.
were smoking, and then you guys, somebody started smoking with them and whatever. And I told him, he goes, well, this is what we're gonna do. I said, no, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna give you 500. You're gonna leave the fucking jet skis all day and they're ours for the time we're here. And for some reason, the guy agreed with me.
Yeah, well, I probably wouldn't disagree with you when you were drinking back then.
Yeah, and they were sitting at the pool, and all of a sudden the fucking chair comes flying out the fucking window, and everybody's going, oh, wow. So nobody knows who did it. A fucking a microwave or a toaster or some shit comes flying out the window. And we're like, holy shit, man, who the fuck is doing that? It was our kids.
Yeah, we were.
It wound up being our kids.
Yeah, there was like, I don't know, probably there was a lot of families there that went on this trip.
There were like 5 of our families.
And each family had a bunch of kids. So there was a lot of there was a younger group of misfits, which was my brother and his squad, and then the older group of misfits, which was me, John, Booch.
We had fun.
Mark. It was a great, yeah. So yeah, we almost threw everything that was in the hotel room over the balcony. We were on like the 25th floor, and we were just watching shit shatter all the way down at the bottom. And Big John had a suite there. And John was like, let's just put everything on my dad's room. Nobody gives a fuck. No matter what we did, we were like 5310. 5310. We fucking racked up like $15,000 bill. We went to the city inside of Nassau, and we were probably 14, 15. I don't know how the fuck we pulled it off, but we got them to rent us 6 fucking scooters. Not one of us had a fucking driver's license. I'm on the back of the scooter with my boy Colin, who's deaf. And right before we even took off, my boy Mark is like, all right, we're not even supposed to be on these goddamn fucking scooters. If anybody crashes, every man for himself, we don't know each other. Hits the gas, and this motherfucker got about 11 feet and wiped out. Helmet flew, he already crashed, and we all drove past him. Like, we don't know you, motherfucker. And eventually, the cops started flagging us down on the street because they noticed that we were a bunch of young kids who were running red lights, running stop signs. I'm with the deaf kid. They're honking their fucking horn. I'm tapping him. He thinks I'm telling him to go faster. And he's not pulling over. By the time we fucking said and done, when everyone was stopped and we were detained and they had to come pick us up, I'm still telling the cop, like, he's deaf, bro. He didn't hear you beeping. He's trying to tell me, you were running from... He couldn't hear you, bro. He's deaf. But shout out Def Con. Love you, brother. But yeah, that trip was fucking wild.
Yeah.
But he wanted us to touch on that one. That was a fun trip. A lot.
We were going to have...
By the way, that phone is fucking garbage, all right? I tried going the cheap way, getting a little fucking shitty Android to to hold it up, bro. Christian, I turned the phone died. I turned it on. It took 30 minutes for this phone to turn on, load up, just for me to get to the text. I would have been dead if this was an emergency. So, fuck Android. I'm probably going to switch that to a fucking iPhone. That's probably what's going to happen there because that was a whole lot of bullshit on there.
All right, we invited, Joe invited a friend of ours, a guy I grew up with, one of my best friends, Steve Camp, and he was going to come
shout
tonight.
out my boy Birdie on the couch over there. Steve said he was really impressed with your bowling scores last night.
Oh, yeah, that was pretty. He said, Rob called me, your son, when he bowls a good game, he's got to throw it up. And he thinks he wants to fucking play me and you. Joe, your two sons against me, the old guys, me and you. I told him anytime, you guys are going to look funny running through Publix with your panties on.
I said, I was talking to Rob about it. I was like,
Rob was talking shit to Steve.
Well, Rob bowled like a 652 series.
Steve bowls 750
I know
series
he does.
every
That's
night.
what I told Rob. I go, whatever slack Dad puts out, Steve's gonna pick up.
Listen, if I bowl 100, he'll bowl 3.
He's rolled some.
He'll bowl a perfect game.
He's rolled a lot of them actually.
Yeah,
One of the boys that we bowled with last night, he's rolled 18 of them. My boy Jared. He didn't bowl that good last night. Me and Rob were smoking him up a little bit.
But anyway, Steve was going to come on, and Steve has a ton of fucking stories. We lived together for a couple of years with his brother Jeff and Donna.
Yeah, there's one story, the Puerto Rico story, that I said that he has to be present for.
Yeah.
He was like, who also needs to be present for that? Aunt Linda. He goes, I don't even know why your aunt was on the trip. He said it was you, Rosa, and him. He's like, I don't know where Aunt Linda coming. Maybe Rosa needed a friend.
No, I called Linda up, and we knew we were getting raided that night. And so we got rid of everything, threw it in the sewer. We had about an ounce of coke left. We just grinded everything up, put it in a big fucking baggie. And I called Linda. I said, it was wintertime. I said, pack some bathing suits and shorts and tube tops. That was what we were wearing, a tube top. And come on over. What the fuck you talking about? I said, take a cab. We're going to Puerto Rico. So this way, I had somebody really that I could leave Rosa with, because me and Steve, I knew we were gonna.
You wanted to get
we were gonna party.
You wanted to get cracking.
We were gonna be partying. We had the whole fucking. We had all the stewardesses, the stewards. Everybody was sniffing coke.
On the plane.
On the plane.
Is that the
fucking pilot was sniffing coke? I think.
Is that the one where you were telling the pilot?
Go around the block.
Go around the block. Spin the block. We're not done with our coke. They're flying.
No, we didn't say that. Steve said, we got up. Is there dancing in the aisles? And we're fucking lit.
You were allowed to smoke cigarettes on the plane?
Oh, yeah. Bro, I dropped the seat thing and I'm putting fucking lines out.
The good old days.
And Linda
actually, now you just
and
need
my
a private
sister
jet.
was so fucking nervous. She got up and moved away. Rosa got up and moved. I said, Steve, move over here. Steve came over. So the first stewardess came over and she gave us the eye. So I had like a 5. I put some in the 5 and I gave it to her. Now the other stewardess, she must have told her, comes over. I had a 20. I put her in the 20. Fucking third person comes over. I got a 50. You got to stop bringing the empty bills back, bro.
Yeah, once you're done with the blow, give me my fucking cash back. Is that your phone going off? You can't answer that right now. You can answer that right now?
He's got my RV.
Rob, call Garcia.
Rob, call Garcia. Walk him through shutting the RV down.
You don't want to be on camera, motherfucker? It's time for you to close some slides.
He just finished washing it, man. It's 5 to 7, 10 to 7. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, we had a blast, and I'm not going to say anymore because Steve wants to be here for that.
Because there's a lot of funny shit.
So then we asked Freddy to come on, and Freddy goes, I'm working till 8:30, and I'm like.
And then Freddy said something to me. I said something about Steve having to go bowl tonight, and he goes, oh, so Steve's not going to be home tonight. So Freddy's fucking going home early, so he gets his alone time at the house.
Well, let me tell you what, Freddy, we're doing Rob, my son Rob has this fucking forest in his backyard.
Oh, I wanted to bring this up. This is a good mind your fucking business situation. This lady got involved, and he's gonna explain. And by her just not minding her fucking business, just made her own life a living hell from this whole situation.
Yeah. Anyway, what happened was behind his house are these bushes, and they're 30 feet in the air, and they're on his neighbor that backs up to him's property, but they're coming over. We did this a year ago, killed ourselves for like 3 days.
I remember that. It got all the way down to nubs. Now it looks like they were just planting.
And it looks like these things have been growing for 100 years. It's probably 10 months. So we went back there. We're doing it again, and now she comes over and she's like this to me. What the fuck are you doing? She goes, what are you doing? I said, cutting trees. The fuck do you think we're doing? We got 2 chainsaws in our fucking. What are you doing? Well, you're being videoed. No shit. I says, because you back up, we started getting into it, and you can't cut this down. The fuck I can. It's on our property. Long story short, we're cutting it down. So she comes and she says, this is going to cost you a lot of money. Okay, whatever. I got a lot of money.
Yeah. And then you got the city. The city came out.
So I went to the city right away because I knew she was going to get legal. I went to the city right away, and I filed for tree removal. So the city comes out the next day, and me and Rob are still cutting it down. The HOA lady was there. The city was there. And she comes over while we're talking. And she's going, he wasn't able to cut these down, was he? So we cut down 2 cypress trees. So I said, okay, I'll replant them. I didn't want to do it, but we really did want to do it because they were really just in a horrible situated.
Yeah, but you replant them, no big deal.
That's it. I'll put 2 new ones in. So she tried to get me in trouble by telling the city all this shit. And I said, well, those are a nuisance plant. So now the city turns around and says to her, well, not for nothing, but there's a 15-foot easement, and you have to trim them down. So now she's like trying to avoid, well, what does he have to do? I said, why don't you stop fucking worried about me? Worry about what she's telling you got to do.
So now this lady has, her trees are probably, without exaggerating,
120 feet. We measured it.
120 feet long, and they're probably, I would say, 40 feet high?
40 feet easy.
So now, because she didn't mind her fucking business about what they were doing,
she has to take them down to 10 feet.
She got to cut 30 fucking feet off of 120 feet.
And there'll be nothing but like bamboo shoots.
and the funny part is, Rob was telling me that while this lady from the city was there, she goes, oh my God, look, there goes a rat right there. And the lady goes, we have a lot of rabbits back here.
She goes, I've been in this industry all my life.
She goes,
I know the tail of a rat and a rabbit.
She goes, I live in the ranches. It had a tail. That was a fucking rat. So this lady just looked fucking horrible all over the place. And then she started trying to get they told her they have 30 days to do it. She's trying to get a 30-day extension.
She goes, well, we couldn't get a surveyor on the phone when we did all 30 days out. I said, I just called 2 of them. They said they could be here within 48 hours. Who the fuck are you calling?
Yeah. So now
she was trying to buy more time.
She's got a lot of headaches up her ass, up her cunt because she couldn't just do something very simple that everyone in this world could do.
I said I would cut them for you.
Yo, let me explain something to you. This is free, okay? Minding your fucking business is free. Costs you nothing. It actually costs you more money when you don't mind your fucking business.
The lady from the city goes, listen, keep all your receipts right in front of the lady. She says, keep all your receipts. We'll reimburse you. I'm like,
okay.
This couldn't get any better.
Oh, no, Rob was loving it. And we were talking about it, too. It's like homeowner victories just hit so much different.
But then she got me good. She goes, listen, I'm not going to tag you for the $1,000 fine, but you're going to have to pay double for your permits because it's after the fact. So we're going to charge you $300 for that, she said. And then, oh, yeah, and you owe $150 from your last permit you never closed. I'm like, oh, shit.
All right, well, you still save money.
Yeah, well, we had to pay $300 plus $150. No.
Not bad.
Yeah,
and his left neighbor and right neighbor both got letters also. They need to clean their shit up. So his whole surrounding people that the shit
poor Rob, everybody's got 40 foot. You're only allowed 12 feet. That's the height. But everybody was grandfathered in. That's terrible.
Bro, we spent fucking 9 hours cleaning all those palm trees. They're not even Rob's. We did the whole side of the shit. But, bro, we had to we're tying tarps to the golf cart, dumping all the shit, dragging it to the end of the street, putting it out. And it took us like 9 hours, and it's not even his shit. We're cleaning up other people's shit. So those days are gone. You're welcome, neighbors. But
listen, man, I would have actually have cut all of them down for the lady if she was nice.
I know you would have.
And I said to Rob,
I don't doubt that at all. That's the thing. If she would have been like, oh, I don't mind. Like I had the situation with my guy Rizwan.
Yeah.
He was having a fucking issue. Rizwan is like, I don't know what he's doing, but he's got about 15 mango trees. I don't know how he pulled that up, but it's cleaning house on mango season. But he was having an issue with it flooding back there, and me and him came to an agreement that he wanted to take down this, built this, and everything's fine now. Yeah. But what
else you got? Well, boring. Now it's starting to bore me.
Well, no. A thing that I was going to bring up today without Steve that we talked about. Because, me and Rob, we got a lot of the same tattoos. Me and you got a lot of the same tattoos. Me, you, and Rob have some of the same tattoos. So he brought up, he was like, tell your dad to tell the story about the Viking Forever tattoo.
I knew that was coming.
Oh, yeah. I was like, that one I let him tell without you because it's just a great, you covered it up eventually. But it was there for a long time.
25 years?
No, but I'm saying a long time during your marriage, you still kept the Viking.
Well, I didn't tell my wife. I mean, she probably knew, but...
Well, as you all know...
And it had fucking 10 years before her, so it's 7 years before her. It wasn't like I did.
As you all know, I'm sure you've watched your fair share of Viking episodes or Game of Thrones or... what's the other one? The Last Kingdom.
Know.
Well,
this is a short story.
Go ahead.
Me and Steve used to go out to clubs, and we had a schedule from Monday to Sunday. We had a club for every night, and we fucking sold drugs. We didn't work. We just had our own schedule.
How did you get to the clubs?
Steve.
Was it in a minivan, a van?
A van.
Tell them about the van.
That was a fucking van.
Yeah, tell them about the van.
Well, this was Steve's van. Steve had one, had sink, had everything.
He had beds, sinks.
Yeah.
There was douches in that damn van.
Anyway, what we did is we would go out and we'd come, he picked up a girl or I picked up a girl, we always tried to make it a parlay. And if we picked up a girl each, we tried to switch after we were done. And it worked quite a bit. So it got to a point where at 4 o'clock in the morning sometimes, if neither one of us got lucky, we'd pick up whoever the fuck was sitting at the bar. Didn't matter. And
brought him to the van.
We'd take it to a hotel or the van, if we were in the van, and we'd share. So we were drunk one night, and I don't know how or why or when, we just decided we're going to get a fucking huge tattoo on our back, and it says Vikings Forever, and it's a Viking.
Mind you.
Hold on.
This has nothing to do with football.
Well, I don't know. I don't even know if you know this.
Probably
but
not.
When they did it, the guy put Stevie K or Shady, and mine was supposed to say Bobby B. He wrote Bobby V.
I did not know that.
And it was a fucking wide V. Like, how the fuck are you gonna fix this, you fucking imbecile?
What'd you throw over, like a heart or something?
No, I made him just fucking go over it 150 times. So it said Bobby B.
Real big, Bobby B.
It was like the real Bobby B.
So the Viking tattoo was something about
So the Viking tattoo, we had it. And then Steve moved down and he met this girl. And she was into like fucking Indians and like dream catchers and all that shit. One day,
Indians and dream catchers and shit.
Yeah. So one day, Steve comes and I see he's got a patch on the back. I said, "What's that?" I got a tattoo. That's what a Viking tattoo is. I had covered it up. What do you mean you covered it up?
Oh boy.
So he had a head of Cochise or some shit. He has the head of a fucking Indian with a headdressing on.
I don't even remember what.
Like, what the fuck is that?
I know you have a lion.
I said, fuck you. You cover yours, I'm covering mine.
Yeah.
Team's over. We're done.
That's it. We're getting a fucking Viking divorce.
That's right. The Viking
Usually
divorce.
somebody's got to die in a Viking divorce.
So I covered mine with a lion a couple of years later.
Yeah,
but,
you got. And then you went and got a fucking another lion tattooed on your other shoulder blade.
Yeah. I hate cats. I fucking hate cats.
You know what's funny? He told me, my brother, and my sister our whole growing up that we were allergic to cats. He told, I used to tell people, "Oh, you have any allergies?" "Yeah, I'm allergic to cats." Turns out, me, my brother, and my sister, none of us are allergic to anything. Absolutely
Bianca
anything.
was the main one because she really wanted a cat.
You
guys weren't that bad. All I had to say it is once, or if I even said it, whatever.
Yeah, we definitely didn't ask for no fucking. We brought home
Pit bulls.
I was gonna say we brought home a shitload of pit bulls.
We had 3 at one time, I think.
Yeah, we had Capone, Scarface.
And Lucky was also a boxer.
Yeah. Oh, we had Afina.
Kush, Afina.
Kush, Afina. Yeah, there was we had a bunch of pit bulls. A lot of pit bulls along the way. There's still 3 pit bulls standing. We got Esco at my house, and you got King and Kira over at Rob's house. And then now we just added Callie to the mix, little Frenchie.
Oh, so
shout out
the
Lux Bully House, my girl BB.
Listen, the reason I started with the landscaping thing was not only to bring up how that lady fucked herself by, wanting to call the law in, and now she's got to do all this work and spend all this money. Freddy, I can't wait till you meet Freddy. Freddy, we asked him to come tonight. He goes, I got to work till 8:30 tonight. Freddie, I don't think you worked till 8:30 in the last 40 years. But we'll leave that.
We're gonna give you the pass.
So Freddie, I called Freddie. I said, me and Rob are cutting some trees. Why don't you come hang out? He goes, okay, I'll come by. He goes, am I gonna get dirty? We're cutting fucking trees. Yeah, you're gonna get dirty. Oh, I gotta change. Okay, comes over. So I run out of gas in a chainsaw. So I grabbed the funnel. I said, Freddie, grab that gallon of gas there and pour it in. So I see Freddie fucking with the thing on the nozzle, and he's trying to push it down and push it down. So finally, come on, Freddie, and I pushed it down. He shot about a half a gallon of fucking gas at me. Went up my arm, down my arm. You motherfucker.
And then people get, oh, you're a little hard on Freddie.
Hard on Freddie?
No. I'm defending you. Get a fucking couple gallons of gasoline sprayed on you.
It was like I seen it coming in midair, and I just moved, and instead of going to my face, it went, oh my God.
Classic Freddy.
And he's hysterical laughing at me.
I posted a video. I don't even know if you've seen it. Shawnee was getting a video of RB3 just helping you out with the leaves, and as she pans the camera, Freddie kicks a ball that's in the lawn and it nails you right in the chest.
Fuck it. What chest? Hit me in the fucking head.
No, it was like up this area.
It hit me up here in the head.
Yeah, and then you chased him with the chainsaw.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was just natural shit. That was, and Shawnee literally in the video goes, I can't believe I got that on camera. That's what I'm trying to explain to you, of how much shit you guys actually miss on a daily. I gotta get my shit together and really start fucking, because his natural self is a show in itself.
Freddie.
We miss a lot of shit by not recording full time.
If you followed me and Freddie, we could have a fucking show.
For sure, 100%. I feel like anybody just in our family surrounding is just.
Yeah, we are. Listen, we just have a lot of fun.
Even our extended family.
Yeah.
That's in the building tonight. Everybody's a fucking character. Pat was supposed to come by. Pat was like, I'll jump on that goddamn podcast. I'll tell some stories.
We have to fucking sell it.
We gotta get rid of it.
Gotta get rid of it. We're out.
He might actually pull up. I probably doubt it by now. He would have probably been here by now, but he was working. Shout out my dog, Pete Skrilla.
Rob, what happened with the RV? He's doing the roof now?
Oh, so they're not even done watching it.
Good. All right. So yeah. Anyway, I really want a couple of guys on.
We're gonna get him on. We had a lot of good feedback from the episode last week with a lot of talk about the treatment center. Had a lot of people reach out. We're not promoting it. We're not trying to do all that or bring anybody's names into it, but we are appreciative of all the people that did reach out.
Yeah, a lot of people touched back and
saying, thank you for the heart, opening your doors, opening your heart, and helping out and all that. So that was just wanted to say shout out to you people without having to name you. We appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, and a friend of mine from New York, her son, unfortunately, took a different path.
When you got home?
Yeah, well, she was trying to get him to stay with us at the center, and he just had a different plan, and unfortunately, he wound up getting in an accident and fucked up his whole life, and unfortunately, what a great kid he was too, man, and he still lifts weights, still cock diesel. He's a good kid, man, and she's a wonderful woman, and she just reached out to say thank you, and
he didn't make it though.
Yeah, no, he's fine.
Oh, okay. I thought
but he's bedridden. He's never was gonna walk again. And he's fighting it. He ain't taking that shit for an answer.
I don't believe that shit. When people say, "Oh yeah, you never get your chance to walk again," or this, your chance to walk again, or that, and then
listen, this kid is a strong.
Listen, Magic Johnson's still alive. All right, everyone's got fucking hope. As long as Magic Johnson doesn't drop, I feel like we're all immortal.
Yeah. Anyway,
him and Aaron Rodgers.
Anyway, I just want to say that that there's a lot of people out there that have reached out, especially since we started doing this.
And it's fairly new.
Probably a good 30 or 40 people.
Listen, and, just for everyone that watches this show, we get on here, we don't know what the fuck we're doing. We're just, this is quality time that I get to spend with my pops and bring up stories and interact with people and just have a good time. It's, it's something that I know that me and him are going to be doing once a week, not like I'd fucking see enough of this guy anyway. It's only me, him, and my brother that fucking hang out with each other.
And we live in the same fucking development, so it's
even
hard.
Even if you don't want to see somebody fucking knocking on your door, you're taking your morning shit. Hey, what are you doing? Fuck you think I'm doing? I'm taking a shit. No, all right, I'll catch you later. That was it. That was that. I didn't even get to say hello or see his face. But
Listen, we don't, this isn't, we're starting this because we want people to call in, people we grew up with. I've had grand mal seizures, and when you have grand mal seizure, a doctor had told me that you lose a piece of your memory back.
definitely do because you spoke about that before.
Yeah, and I've had about 5 or 6 of them over the years. And there's a lot of people, like a friend of mine also commented on the situation in Oakland Park.
Yeah, Robert
Dunvito.
Bobby Dunvito.
Robert Dunvito, good friend of mine, man.
He said
Great
that,
kid.
yeah,
he knew my wife. I think my wife probably was friends with him before I was. But we used to go to the Hamptons. Man, we had some great times.
Yeah, he said he was with you after the body bag story.
Yeah, I got high right after that.
Yeah, well, I guess he need partaked.
But we used to have some great times, man.
Yeah, I mean,
Me, him, Adam.
I spoke about this on another podcast that I do with my boy Born, the EC show. How I posted a meme that said, all these kids are walking in with their iced coffees to school and this and that. We had water bottles filled with vodka, you fucking rookies. And so I posted it, but at the bottom I put disclaimer. I turned into a full-blown alcoholic, so it probably wasn't the best idea. So I did put a disclaimer on there. We did have more fun, but it in long term, it wasn't a good long-term play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now you got 13 months
13 months, yeah, no drinking.
without a drink. That's great.
Shout out, no days off water. That's it. Water.
And in
It's fun. Your
3
life-
weeks, your fucking life is amazing.
Life's so much better. Yeah, there's a lot more shit you notice when you're present.
Oh yeah, and you could be a much better parent.
Well, I was never a fucking shit father. What are you trying
I
to
didn't
say?
say that.
Well, I mean,
I was.
speaking of that, I wanted to touch on that.
I was, and you know what? When I became
Times are different, though. Now everyone's, oh my God, you let your kid do this? Oh my God. Bro, we just knew that when the lights turned on, we had to go home.
fucking now, you want to talk your son into taking a vagina.
Yeah.
What the fuck you talk about times changing?
Oh, yeah,
Cut your dick off, son.
I seen a comedian.
fuck
I
outta
seen a
here with
comedian.
that
He goes, 80s, full bush.
Oh
He
yeah.
goes, 90s, landed strip. 2000s,
Ball.
ball. 2023, cock. I was like, yo, this guy just killed it.
That was the greatest.
Greatest
man.
breakdown you could have had right there. 2023, cock.
Oh God.
I was telling you there was another fucking funny meme. I'm sure it's not true, but guy was spiking his date's drinks with Viagra to see if the woman was gonna get a hard on. That's how he was. Instead of asking, he was spiking a drink with Viagra, checking every 15
You seen
minutes.
if a dress went up like that? Get the fuck
That's
out.
it. You fucking hightail it the fuck out of there.
Back in the day when you were a kid and you went to Hunts Point, you got a
Oh,
blowjob.
you want to tell that story? Do you want to tell it?
You got a blowjob, and hey, if you don't know, I mean, the girl got in the car, you're fucking drunk.
Tell the story. Tell it.
Anyway.
Are you gonna tell it?
Wait a second. The girl got drunk. You got me all fucking flustered here.
He's just
so
shy.
A girl got in the car, and she was blowing me, and I was probably 18, just left the strip club, all fucked up.
Hunts Point special.
Hunts Point, yeah, and she was fucking fine. Got in, she's blowing me, and I reached down, I'm starting to play with her ass, and I felt something back there, and I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ, this isn't a fucking girl. So everybody goes, what'd you do? I let her finish.
Yeah,
The fuck you think I'm gonna do? Stop in the middle of the fucking thing? But,
Let him finish.
yeah, well, it wasn't him, but he was a beautiful him. and everybody said, well, bro, what are you gonna do? I'm gonna go back look for her. No.
Nah.
Anyway, I went back there another night, and
Didn't you beat him up?
I slapped him. I didn't beat him up. The fuck out of here! But I came. I did all that after.
It was a very lazy slap because he just busted a nut. It was like,
I think I might even have pushed him slightly.
like stop,
Come on, now you're done.
stop, get off me.
Okay, you're finished.
Oh man,
Another time I went down there and I got rolled. I fell asleep.
you don't say.
I fell asleep getting a blowjob, and I was probably 19, 20, and back then I used to wear all kinds of fucking chains and rings.
Still
and,
do that.
But I mean that was my starter kit. And when I woke up, I had no money. She took my coke. She took all my jewelry
And you didn't come.
and my fucking leather jacket.
You didn't come.
Who the fuck knows if I came?
I'm saying.
I fell asleep.
So it was just L's all the way around.
Oh, yeah.
I
And
mean,
the worst part
with
was...
the guy, he at least got a nut.
Wait, when I woke up, I was working for my father, and he had a number joint, and I was supposed to open up that morning at 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. And I woke up, and it was like 8 o'clock. And I'm like, holy fuck. So not only did I get robbed, I had no money to call. I had nothing. So I had to fucking fly back to I get to the store like 8:30, 8:45, whatever, and my father's there. I walked in, he beat the snot right out of my body.
Yeah,
he beat the fucking shit. So I got robbed, I got beat up, and I didn't even get to enjoy myself.
No, that just sounds like a shitty night. And chances are you probably crashed into 6 cars on the way home, too.
There's a very good possibility.
We could have all been tied together.
If Tony Mazza didn't move away, I would have just kept drinking and wrecking cars, because me and him became best friends.
But thank God for Tony Mazza. Shout out Tony Mazza for always fixing Body Bag Bobby's car
Especially the Monte Carlo.
before every Friday. Shit, I mean, there's not really much more I wanted to talk about. Anything you wanted to get off your chest?
No.
No?
No.
There was something we were talking about in the car, and you were talking about your diet. How since you quit your diet, you gained some weight.
Fucking diet. I got on the scale. I'm 180 fucking something pounds again.
So how much?
I was 175 pounds 3 weeks ago.
Hey, man. Now you're eating everything.
I was doing that fasting, and then the fasting slowed.
And then you gained weight real fasting.
I gained weight real fast. I'm eating 2 meals a day again, and just like a fucking fat guy.
Yeah, but your 2 meals are different than everyone else's 2 meals.
Today, my lunch today was a huge slice of pizza and an extra large eggplant parmesan sandwich.
That's what I'm trying to say. His 2 meals is really 4 meals.
Yeah, it probably is.
Because each sitting is enough for
And then
2
I went
to
to fucking Costco and I bought a bag of popcorn the size of me.
Okay, so about a 4-foot bag of popcorn?
That's not funny, son. That's not
All right, so we've been trying to, fill in the whole hour of these episodes, and I've been watching them, and, sometimes it's just...
Yeah, you got to cut it short.
Got to cut it short.
Yeah.
So,
I don't want to bore people. I want everybody to have a good time.
And yeah, like I said, this is a learning experience.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm not trying to fucking
We
drag
don't
people.
come here with a fucking list. Okay?
I mean, I actually do have a couple things I wanted to touch on, but...
Okay, touch on them.
No, we already touched on them.
Okay, so they're touched.
Well, there's one that we didn't touch on. It was, we kind of, like partying with your kids. We were talking about how times were different back then.
I'll save that for another day because I don't remember.
I remember plenty, but we could.
Oh, the shots of vodka and shit, you mean?
Oh, well, that night, no. May he rest in peace, Georgie. That poor guy. He got the brunt of it that night. He was filling up. Quick story. I don't know, 12, 13 years old. I was a baby. And he came in the room, and he's got 2 gallons of Grey Goose vodka. Big old motherfuckers. And he goes, call the boys. We're finishing these tonight. I was like, I can't do that. I got school tomorrow. He goes, you're not going to school. Don't worry about it. I'll talk to your mother.
Parenting A+, baby.
So, called out a couple of the boys, came over, and we drank those 2 bottles of Grey Goose. And my boy Georgie, may he rest in peace, one of our very close brothers, family members, passed away in an accident. Love you, George. Every time, George was a big guy, and I was a smaller guy, so I would get my shot, and it would be, this big. And it's in a red Solo cup. Every time he poured a shot for Georgie, it was 75% of a Solo cup of straight vodka. And Georgie was like, actually said, I can't drink all that. First thing this guy said, don't be a fucking pussy. Drink the fucking cup. And
Parenting 101.
listen, when he was drinking, you didn't question that shit. That motherfucker slammed that cup so goddamn fast. By the time it hits about 3 a.m, as anybody who drinks knows, that's when all the fighting and corralling and wrestling gets involved. They were talking shit to him, and he goes, I will tie you 2 fucking retards in a knot. And sure enough, they went at it, and he's got my boy Brandon in a headlock like this. Georgie goes to jump on his back. He reaches behind him, and he grabs Georgie's entire dick and balls. Completely perfect grip. So he's got one kid crying for air here, and the other one's behind him squealing
like a pig.
Please, let my dick go, let my dick go. And he's going, who's the king? Who's the king? Sam the King. And they're both at the same time screaming, "You're the king! You're the king! You're the king!" And he fucking let him go, and then we went back to drinking. And that's how that story finished.
That was great.
It was a funny time. But again, you know, it probably wasn't the best.
I was a terrible drunk. Like I used to hang out, Booch, Tommy Rock, we were really good friends. Well, I thought we were, and I kind of noticed that these guys didn't really invite me all the time.
You were probably a
I
liability.
would jump on their back, I'd bite them, and you know, when I got drunk, I was like fucking. And if somebody said something, he didn't even have to fucking raise his voice. I would punch him in the fucking face. And there was an all-out.
There was a bar that you guys went to that Tommy Rocker, I don't know if he still does, but DJ'd that for a long time, Premiere, where you picked up me and Rob for them fights and shit.
Yeah.
When I first met the owner for the very first time, I found out my name and everything, so I was talking with Tommy. He goes, "You're Robert Buto's kid?" I go, "Yeah." He goes, "Get out. Get out. I don't even want you in this bar." Tommy's like, "He's my nephew. He's my nephew." He's like, "If he's anything like his father, he's got to go." And sure enough, we had our fucking run-ins, and we tore that place up just like you did. So
that poor guy paid a lot of money.
Yeah, we broke windows, fucking pool table.
Poor Booch. Me and Booch hung out. We were the best of fucking friends, man. And I would torture the poor guy. And I didn't know. I was fucking lit drunk, you know.
You all were.
Yeah. Yeah, but they could contain themselves. I was never good at that. If I'm gonna either fall asleep or I'm gonna knock you the fuck out.
Yeah, that's pretty much. That's how I was. So. Once I got into the car.
I don't want to say an angry drunk, but I was a vicious drunk.
That's like Rob. Rob gets angry. Rob is gonna kill somebody in road rage one day. I don't know if you've ever experienced Rob's road rage. He fucking gets off on it.
Rob gets fucking nasty, man.
Only on the road. He's a very quiet, cool guy, but like on the road, for some reason, I'm talking. He almost killed a guy over something that was very minimal. I was like, you
didn't put your signal on.
No, it got to a point where I looked at Rob. I was like, you really that fired up about that? He's like, fuck that guy. I was like, yo, that's the last person. I'm like, thank God you don't carry a gun as much as I do, because Rob probably would have shot somebody already.
That's one of the main reasons I stopped carrying a gun.
Well, yeah, these days.
But I got clean, and once I got clean, I didn't even get, I would carry a gun, I think, just to be a fucking big shot.
No, I carry it because you don't know who the fuck is standing next to you.
Today you need it.
That's what I'm saying.
Back in my day, you didn't need it. I just,
I wear my bag everywhere.
I was a tough guy.
My boy, Acasella, shout out Bedtime Sports Profits. They record here. He's the one who introduced me to my man Christian over there. Me and Christian are cooler than him and Nick now, though, so I'm not even really worried about it. But
yeah, Christian, you can tell him to go fuck himself now.
I completely forgot what the fuck I was just gonna say.
Mickey Beds.
Mickey Beds, love that guy. Good people.
Yeah,
but
he is.
That's it. I mean, I'm good. I just wanted to.
I'm done. I'm hungry again.
I know you're always fucking hungry. I stayed at the fucking Castellano. I'm hungry. I go, you're always hungry. Grandma, she was with Grandma. She goes, I'm hungry. And Grandma goes, you're always hungry. She goes, my daddy always says that.
We walked out here the other night. I said, Rob, you hungry? He goes, yeah, let's go to Chops. Fuck that.
We were just talking about
$500 lunch.
No, our pre-episode 3 safety meeting. We were talking about some Chops over there, but it's expensive.
Yeah, very expensive. I've eaten there a few times. It's
worth it.
6 people was $1,000. Maybe a little more than that.
That was another thing. That's another thing I got to start doing. When I
think it averages like $200 a person.
When I go out to dinners though, I got to start going on a separate tab. My last 3 dinner trips are not good. I feel like you over here splitting the liquor bill.
Yeah, bro, I don't do that shit.
Yeah, I'm on board with it. We went to dinner and the bill was like $1,000. I think $550 of it was liquor.
I always say I'm not paying for drinks, and I fucking pay for it anyway.
I know. I say the same thing, but we're gonna.
I don't do it because I don't want to encourage somebody to be an imbecile like me.
Well, I want to do it just because if I'm gonna fucking suffer and not drink over here in the corner and watch you idiot drink, doesn't mean I want to pay for it.
Well, that's why. Even when I have a party at the house or something, I struggle. I buy all the wine and shit. I don't buy hard liquor. I won't.
Just because people get out of fucking
15
line.
bottles of wine or 20 bottles of wine, whatever. But I don't like it. It's encouraging people, and I don't want to do that. You want to get drunk? Get drunk. You're on you.
All right. Well. Fucking doing that before the show too. I just want you to get it a little.
Go fuck yourself. It was a joke. Right. You think I really want to do it?
No, I don't. Well, that's gonna conclude the episode. I apologize in advance. Episode 3. We're rolling here.
Yeah. We're gonna make them a little bit. We should make it a little shorter. Sitting still. I can't even sit still for 50 minutes.
Yeah, I know. But when you got good things to talk about, shit pops up. That's what I'm saying. Not everything needs to be fucking super long, but.
What, I drool?
What is that? You're staying on your shirt?
Yeah.
I'm trying to block it the whole time with like certain. But I do want to say thank you to everybody from the bottom of my heart.
And for all the guys we gave a shout out to tonight, we didn't want to throw anybody under the bus, but those guys I mentioned, my friends, I love you all, man. We had great times together.
And we are
And
actively talking to people. I'm talking to people. He's talking about people coming on the show. We more or less wanted to, what I'm explaining to people is kind of just lay the foundation down of me and Pops just kicking the shit.
yeah.
Just talking about some life shit. And that's why we were asking for topics.
Listen,
and shit.
when he asked me, I planned on being here one night.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know if I can do this every week.
No, I didn't want to do it that night.
Yeah, you didn't
And
even
you, come on, it's me and you, we'll kick it, we'll have fun. I said, fuck it, I hang out tonight with my kid. How bad could that be? And we had a really good time. So then he says, okay, we're going again Monday. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
So now it became episode 1,
And
episode
now he's
2.
over here complaining that his hand hurts because he's signing too many fucking autographs. So fuck this guy, all right? Fuck this guy. But like I said, we appreciate you guys.
Hopefully we can get Steve.
Click, subscribe.
Yeah.
Subscribe so you
Please
know when the
subscribe.
episodes drop.
Yeah, this way we can know who's watching and who,
No strings attached, pb.com for all your pickleball gear. InAsiaCologne.com. Shout out my boy Born, who I've been doing a podcast with for a long time now. Always here, always helping out. EJ, don't forget about you, my little producer back there. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Shouted him out earlier in the podcast. Once again, shout out No Days Off Water.
Shout out to Bourne.
Yeah, I just shouted out Born.
No, you
And
didn't.
as always, shout out to my man Christian behind the scenes
Go
over
fuck
there.
yourself, Christian.
Yeah, he's gonna say it every episode now. It's gonna be a thing. But we always appreciate you. Everybody, click like, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend.
I got to tell you, I kind of come here now. I just want to talk with Christian. I don't even want to fucking
All
hang
right.
out
So
with you guys anymore.
next episode.
I enjoy it.
Next episode, you guys go sit by the bar, and I'll just sit here like a jerk off.
We'll
Put
bring
the
Christian
put the
on
camera
one
on this
night,
one
too.
angle right here, and then we'll just fucking sit at it the whole time. I'll be like fucking with the Truman Show. But my
All
fucking
right,
self.
it's a wrap. I'm done.
I love y'all. We love y'all.
Good night, everybody. Have a great night.
Much love, baby.